When it comes to the dating game, finding the right match can be a challenge. And if you're a Sigma male, this can become even more complicated. Unfortunately, sometimes the chemistry can be wrong, and you end up with the wrong partner without realizing it until much later. These signs can often go unnoticed or be mistaken for normal relationship challenges, but they may actually be telling you something is off. So, if you're wondering why things don't feel quite right in your relationship, here are 9 subtle signs that you may be dating the wrong woman. Number 1. You feel worse about yourself since being with her. You might not notice it at first, but you've changed since you started dating her, and not for the better. As a Sigma male, you're usually in control of your emotions and life, but people around you, like friends and family, might start saying things. They tell you you're different now or have lost your spark, but you shrug it off. You think they're just being negative, or maybe even jealous of your relationship. While some of them might actually be, you start to hear these comments from more and more people. That's when you need to stop and take a closer look. When you compare your present self with who you were before dating her, you see something interesting. There's a big difference. You were happier, more confident, and you felt good about yourself. But now, you might feel more insecure, less happy, and often question your worth. That's a clear sign something is off. Being with someone should feel uplifting and positive, not make you feel worse about yourself. So, if you notice these changes in your mood and self-esteem, take it seriously. It could mean you're dating the wrong woman. I am not talking about those moments when you feel down for other reasons. I am talking about a constant mood shift since you've been with her. Number 2. You have more emotional outbursts than usual. You used to be calm most of the time, cool-headed in almost any situation. But since being with her, you've noticed something different about yourself. Now you have more emotional outbursts than usual. Little things that never bothered you before suddenly make you blow up. You might start getting angry at the smallest things. It's not like you can't control your emotions, but something about her and how she acts just triggers you. She is quick to anger, and it rubs off on you. When she gets mad, it's like a chain reaction, and before you know it, you're both yelling and fighting. This constant tension takes a toll on you. You never used to be like this, but her presence seems to bring out a side of you that you don't like. It's exhausting and makes you feel bad about yourself. You start to wonder if this is who you are now, and it makes you question the relationship. If you keep having these outbursts and it's out of character for you, it's a big sign that something is wrong. A relationship should bring out the best in you, not make you feel like you're losing control over your emotions. If you see this pattern in yourself, it might be time to take a step back and reevaluate your journey with her. Number 3. She makes you feel like you can't do anything right. It doesn't matter what you do, she always has something negative to say. Whether it's something small like washing the dishes, or something bigger like making important decisions, she will find a way to criticize you. At first, you might think it's just occasional feedback, but over time, you notice that her comments make you feel bad about yourself. It feels like no matter how hard you try, you're never good enough in her eyes. When someone you care about constantly points out your flaws, it can make you doubt yourself. You might start to overthink everything you do, worrying if she'll find something wrong with it. This kind of behavior is toxic and can affect your self-esteem. A supportive partner should build you up, not tear you down. Pay attention to how you feel around her. If you constantly feel like you're not good enough, think about why that is. It could be a sign that she's the wrong one for you, and it might be time to move on. Number 4. Your gut is telling you something is off. You know that feeling that can't be described in words, but it's there, like a nagging thought at the back of your mind. That's your gut telling you something is off. As a Sigma, you trust your instincts, and they rarely steer you wrong. Your gut is usually quiet and at peace when you're with the right person. But with her, you may have noticed it's constantly on edge. You have an unexplainable feeling that something is wrong, but you can't put your finger on it. Maybe she has said or done things that didn't sit right with you, or you've noticed a pattern of behavior that makes you uncomfortable. Your inner voice whispers doubts you can't ignore. It's that odd sensation that makes you feel like you need to be on guard. This feeling is your subconscious picking up on red flags that your conscious mind might miss. Perhaps you feel drained rather than energized after spending time together. Maybe you catch yourself hesitating before calling or texting her. These small signals can add up to something big. Your gut is an incredible tool for assessing situations, and it often senses trouble before you do. Ignoring it won't make the feeling go away. It'll only get stronger. If your gut keeps telling you something isn't right, it's worth paying attention. Trust in your own inner wisdom, and don't brush off these subtle signs. Number 5. You're losing touch with your friends. Friends are a big part of our lives. They know us well and are there for us through thick and thin. But when you have the wrong woman by your side, you might find yourself drifting away from them. She might not like your friends, and she makes it clear in subtle ways. She may not say anything directly, but her negative body language or attitude when you're with them speaks volumes. You start to feel guilty for hanging out with your friends, and slowly you start seeing them less and less. Your connection with them fades away as you spend more time with her. This is a common tactic used by some women to isolate you from your support system. They want you all to themselves and don't want anyone else influencing you or taking your time away from them. This can be tough on a Sigma male's mental well-being since they really value their true friends. If she makes plans that always seem to clash with your friends' meetups or tries to make you choose between her and your friends, it's a clear sign of control and manipulation. True friends are hard to find, and a loving partner will want you to maintain those relationships, not push you away from them. Don't lose yourself in the process of trying to make someone else happy. Your friends have been there for you long before she came along, and they will continue to be there even if things don't work out. Number 6. Your interests and hobbies have taken a backseat. You used to look forward to your hobbies with so much excitement. Whether it was going to the gym or any other activities you loved, you were always eager to dive in and spend hours enjoying yourself. These hobbies gave you energy, made you happy, and added lots of fun to your life. But now things have changed. It feels like she doesn't want you to spend time on your hobbies, even for a little while. Instead of encouraging you to do what you love, she might make you feel guilty or try to pull you away from it. It starts off small. Maybe she casually says that your hobby takes up too much time or hints that you should be doing something else. After a while, you notice you've stopped doing what you used to love altogether. It's not that she directly tells you to stop, but her actions and words make you feel like your hobbies are not as important anymore. This can be a huge problem for Sigma males, as they need space to recharge and freedom. These are an essential part of who they are, and when someone tries to take that from them, it can be very damaging. A good partner should support and encourage your passions, not make you feel bad for them. If she is constantly making you choose between her and your hobbies, something isn't right. Number 7. You have to constantly explain yourself. You've always been an independent thinker and don't conform to society's standards. As a man with a Sigma personality, you're confident in your choices and beliefs. But with her, you feel like you're always having to justify yourself. Whether it's about simple daily preferences or bigger life decisions, she always has a problem with how you do things. You might find yourself constantly explaining and defending your choices to make her happy. This can be exhausting and frustrating because you know that you don't need to justify yourself, but somehow with her, it's different. You feel like she never really understands you or your point of view. She might even try to change you and mold you into someone she wants you to be. This can be a big red flag in a relationship, especially for an independent Sigma male like yourself. A good partner should respect your choices and values, even if they don't align with their own. That's the beauty of a relationship. You can learn and grow together while still being your own person. But if you constantly have to explain yourself and change for someone, it might be time for some serious introspection. It's important to be with someone who accepts you for who you are, not who they want you to be. Number 8. You are always the one apologizing. No matter the subject, you notice that you end up apologizing, even if it's to keep her okay. This isn't just about saying sorry once in a while. It's about feeling like everything is your fault all the time. Did something not go as planned? Your fault. Did she have a bad day? You must have done something wrong. Over time, this pattern can weigh you down. You start doubting yourself and question every move you make. As a Sigma, you're independent and self-reliant, so it's really exhausting to be the one always saying sorry. It makes you second-guess your actions and words all the time. Apologizing constantly when you don't need to is not normal. Relationships are about balance. Both people should respect each other and admit when they're wrong. If you are always taking the blame, it creates an unfair dynamic. It puts you in a place where you feel inferior and weak, and that's not how it should be. When you frequently have to apologize just to keep the peace, it can be a sign that she is not taking responsibility for her part. She might be blaming you unfairly to control or manipulate you. This is a red flag. A good partner will share responsibility, listen to your side, and not make you feel bad for things that aren't your fault. So, if you find yourself always apologizing in your relationship, take a step back. Think about whether this is how you want to feel. It might be a sign that she is not the right person for you. Number 9. You're hesitant to express your thoughts and opinions. You remember those times when you used to freely express your thoughts and opinions without fear or hesitation. But with her, you started to give up speaking your mind just to keep the peace. At first, it seemed easier to hold back rather than face another argument. You didn't want to give her a reason to start drama or get upset again. This is a subtle but serious sign that you're in the wrong relationship. Sigma males are known for their strong opinions and are not afraid to voice them. But with the wrong woman, you might feel like you have to walk on eggshells. If you start censoring yourself for fear of her reaction, it's a sign that something is not right. A healthy relationship should encourage open communication and respect for each other's thoughts and opinions, even if you don't always agree. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells or constantly worry about upsetting her, especially when expressing your thoughts and feelings. You should never have to hide your true self to make someone else happy. If you are no longer expressing yourself freely, it might be time to rethink the relationship. Trust your instincts and remember that your voice matters.